Hey, welcome everybody. This is Robin with Stamp with Dr. Robin. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from San Diego, California. Sorry I wasn't on at 1. That's my usual 1 o'clock Pacific time that I'm on. Because I was up visiting my folks this weekend and just at 1 was flying back here. So now that I'm back, hi, I actually got this all ready to go before I left because I knew you all would miss me if I wasn't here. So today we're going to make a card with, what's it called? Garden Birdhouses. And I actually just got this right before I left to go visit my parents. So I had to, make a card, of course, before I left. And then I said, oh, let's just get ready and get all ready for Monday. And then I don't have to miss Monday. So welcome. Glad you're here. Because I'm a little flustered because I just got in, I don't have a lot of news to talk about, and I don't think anything, let me just check down here, is really, changed from when I left a few days ago. So anything that goes with it, but you could see these would be pretty easy to cut out should you want to. And what am I doing here? Let's just get right to it. So again, this is the new annual catalog. So this is a card we're going to make today. As you can see, I've used almost every stamp, just one of the birdhouses, but a lot of the other stamps on here. And I didn't have a lot of time to play, so I don't have a bunch of others to show you like I like to do sometimes. But you can see there's, 3 different little birdhouses, some pretty little flowers that are just nice on their own. I'm hanging the birdhouse down from the little tree or leaves here, but you can see this little thing, this little rod here is supposed to be so you can have them up on a stick like that, and some nice words. And then the other thing I want you to notice on here is the paper, and I've used this paper before, and I can't, let's get back, let me show you where it is in the catalog, because people are like, where does that come from? And when you're looking through the catalog, if you see anything that's black and white in the catalog, stripes or dots, polka dots, some flowers, it probably came from this pattern party. And the only way to get this, if you turn to page 170, 171, if you've ever wondered what these are back here, the only way to get these stamp sets or this paper is to have a party or an order that's $150 or more, and that's the only time you're allowed to order these 3 stamp sets or this paper. But the paper still costs you $18, but it's a $30 value. Why? Because it's not your usual 12 sheets of paper. It's actually 48 sheets of paper. 48 sheets of paper. So you can see some are black and white, beautiful rainbows of colors on here. And I've used a whole bunch of different ones over the last couple weeks. But I just don't want you to miss that, and I don't think a lot of people know about what this is in the back. So another couple just really cute stamp sets, and instead of costing you $20-something, this one will cost you $13. If you're hearing squeak in the background, that's my favorite grand dog who's still with us and is excited because I'm home too. So let's move that out of the way. And we are going to take our basic white paper that's cut with my favorite thing from die set from the new catalog, the scallop contours. Really, if you get one thing with this catalog, it has to be this. So this is the second to largest one. Oh, and because of these little curvies too. But again, this is a favorite from the catalog, and we'll get our little well-loved piercing mat that I've covered with some of our paper so I don't get stamped all over it. All right, so first thing we're going to do is get some Granny Apple Green here and ink it up with this stamp that's just this pretty leafy flower, not flower, branch, sorry. And we're going to get a little here, or a big one here, and then we're going to just Stampin' Up the top part of it because we're just going to get this little part of it coming up down here. And that's pretty much it for that. And then I'm going to take my memento, and there's this, let me show you on here, this little teeny piece here that I'm going to use to hang the birdhouse from the tree. So I actually have that on the back here. I don't know if you could see it. Probably would have been better if I had put it on a different block, but there's that. Kind of smush that a bit, but it'll do. And then I'm going to try to get that little part here to attach onto the top of my birdhouse. There we go. And then we're going to stamp some birds. There's you see 3 different birds, and they're going different directions, which is really quite nice too. So we'll see if we can get this one on here, just hanging out. This one, I'm going to try to get him to be actually standing. There we go, on the birdhouse. And now I'm going to take some of my blends and color a little bit. So we've got, what do I have here? Dark Flirty Flamingo, dark Papaya, and then we have light and dark Pool Party. What I did actually is take the dark Pool Party, put it here, and on these little lines, and I think we'll put it across the bottom, and right there, and then just fill in the light on the rest of the house there. Obviously you could color these with anything. I think they'd be really nice with the watercolor pencils. And I'm not trying to do any fancy coloring here. Just remember when you're using the blends to use your memento pad so that things don't smear, and it doesn't matter much here, but when you're coloring over here, don't go too close to the lines so that it doesn't bleed over. And we'll make this little bird the Flirty Flamingo. And this little bird, a little dark Pool Party here, and then a little light Pool Party on the top. So see how if you get real close here, you can see I went a little too over there. So you're going to take your color lifter and see if we can smooth out that boo-boo. See how it mostly just, you can see that it's wet, and then I just leave it alone for a little bit. Sometimes you need to go back over it again, but sometimes it kind of fades out on its own. And no, I didn't do that on purpose. I make boo-boos all the time, especially when I'm, you know, trying to be a little quicker. So I've got some Flirty Flamingo ink. I love the font on the words on here. I'm just going to use the hello because I think you can pretty much use that for nearly anything. Nice. I think that's it for the stamping, and let's see if we can get a little bit more of that Pool Party to lift up. So now you can't see my boo-boo so much. Yay for color lifters. Okay, so we got our just 8.5 by 5.5 of the thick basic white. I really do, if you haven't ever used the thick, I really do think you can tell the difference. It feels more like a card that you would get at the store when you use the thick. Now, if you're going to put a million layers on, I suppose it doesn't really matter so much. And this one I actually don't have a border. Usually I'll, you know, cut it a little smaller, but I just like the fact that it's going all the way out here on this one, because if I put it, this is just another of the Pattern Play paper. If I put it in a little bit like that, this is going to go like this, and you're not going to see as much of those beautiful stripes. And if you'll notice, that's how I pulled my colors in for what I was using in coloring. You'll notice there's Flirty Flamingo on here, there's Granny Apple Green, there's Pool Party. So it's all there. It's like it tells you what colors to use. You don't really have to think. It goes perfectly, and that would be why we love our Stampin' Up stuff so much. And then the other thing I wanted to do is, I don't know about you, but you end up with all these little scraps. And I really love putting these on the inside. It ties it, whether to the outside, whether it's a little 1/2 inch scrap or a quarter, you know, a 1/4 inch or 3/4. It doesn't really matter to me. They all kind of work. Looks like it's a little bit over here, so let's cut that down. Don't want it sticking out. That's better. And then I think what I want to do too is let's put one of those cute little birds on the inside. Again, that's what's great about Stampin' Up, is we can tie it all together. So let's put another little Flirty Flamingo bird on the inside. See if I can make him so he doesn't bleed over. There we go. Cute, huh? And that can be whatever you want. Let's put some dimensionals on here. The other thing you could consider doing, I thought about doing but I didn't, was once this piece that I'm working on now is all done and colored in, sometimes it's fun to just run that through like the Subtle or the Tasteful Textures embossing folder to give it just a little bit of texture. But now that I got dimensionals on it, we're not doing that. And then, what card is complete? Not till you get a little bling on it, right? So these, I think, are probably my favorite embellishments from the new catalog. These are the 2021 to 23 new in color jewels, and you can see they are quite sparkly. So I used Pale Papaya before. Well, no, that doesn't work. You could use the green ones, I suppose. Should we try those? The soft succulent ones, how does that look? That looks pretty. Let's try a few of those. And there we have it. Now, if that wasn't like the fastest, easiest card I think I've ever done on a Facebook Live, I'm not sure what is, but we've got 2 cards now from our Garden Birdhouses. One, the only difference being this has got the soft succulent and this got the pale papaya. So, not sure which I like better because they're both sparkly, and that's all I asked for in bling, is to be sparkly. So, oh, I got people watching. Hi, Vicki. Hi, Cindy. Hi, Brenda. So, I hope you guys like that, and I'll be back next Monday at 1 Pacific time for our usual time for stamping. I'm going to turn you up. Along with this, I just got a couple other new sets. So, tell me what you want to see. Let me find them. Got 2 new sets that I've been dying to try. One is the Plentiful Plants, and the other is the What's Cooking. And I think because the Plentiful Plants, I've been having fun cutting out some of the paper from them. I think that'll be next time. So see you next Monday, and thanks for watching, and have some fun. Happy stamping, and let me know if you need anything. Take care. Bye.